Hello there everybody and welcome back into this lecture. Now some of the blessings that you're going to be getting in this course is learning a skill. This skill, it's up to you how you want to monetize it. You can publish books just like I would do. That's my way of doing it. For which I have a story for you to motivate you to start publishing books instead of doing what I'm about to tell you now. But just in case you want to freelance and you don't want to publish a book, you don't want to hold the responsibility, you don't want to have to deal with copyright or any of those issues, you can come to this platform known as Fiverr. I'm pretty sure you're aware of it. And just search for ebook. Just search for ebook. And watch this. Now, this particular lady, she's charging 125 bucks to write an ebook. And I don't think that's a very extensive ebook, to be completely honest with you. Now, it's just a 10-page book. Now, the book that we have written using ChatGPT is a 77-page book. Look at this. She's charging $125. So if you're underestimating ChatGPT, you have to rethink. Or if you're also taking it for granted, you have to rethink. Because here, she's charging $125 for a 10-page book, then $175 for a 15-page book, and $225 for a 20-page book. So, of course, you're going to learn how to publish the book because that's a major part of what we're going to do here. I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and self-publish, but at the same time, you can use this valuable skill to freelance, right? So, of course, now I know that so many of you are thinking, well, is it legal to write copy using ChatGPT and to pretend it's ours? You can read that copy, you can repurpose it, you can check it for plagiarism. There's many tools that you can use to check for plagiarism. Amongst them is Grammarly Premium, Copyscape. You can check that for plagiarism. You can check it even for content or AI. Is it an AI? You can detect whether it's generated by AI. And of course, once you edit the content, it's rarely going to get caught by the filters that it's a content that was generated by AI. And so you can deliver it without any problem to your customer. Now, where you would have problems is if you don't do what I've told you, is if you don't check for plagiarism or you don't check for AI. Is it an AI content? Or how much is the percentage of AI content in there according to some AI detectors that we're going to talk about? And also if you're not checking for authenticity because in copyright. And I mean, the best thing you could do is each paragraph that ChatGPT writes, you could edit it yourself. Now, of course, that's more of a long-term thing, but believe me, it will take away about 90% of the work. Because, I mean, you have to understand that in order to write a 77-page book, I have written books in the past. There was a book that I have written I really love. I'm not going to showcase it to you now. It didn't really do well in sales, but it was an ebook. It was actually one of my first ebooks that I basically put on Amazon. And that book took me 3 months to write and to publish. Now, this particular book right here, with everything that I've done, it has taken me approximately, I would say, about 48 hours, of course, to get it right. Now, in your case, it could be overnight. It depends on you. But in my case, I would prefer that you go through what I've outlined just so you can stay in the clear because you don't want any troubles, all right? You don't want to do anything troublesome. And I'm going to show you how you can stay away from some of the trouble in this course. Now, also where you're going to be learning is how to design an ebook cover. Now, this is also a skill that you can sell, right? And there are ebook cover designers here on Amazon. They're in the thousands, but they're charging pretty good money, right? $60, $65. This guy is charging $150. This lady here, I believe, is charging $25. And this stuff is really selling like crazy. It's selling well, I believe. I mean, you can see here, all the freelancers, they're working. Everybody has reviews. The least is this guy here, 22 reviews. So there is a market here. There's a huge market that basically is going to be a bonus for you that you're going to learn in this course. Obviously, you're going to learn how to create ebook covers, and also you're going to learn how to create paperback book covers, which is also something that you can do. And also on top of that, you're going to learn how to format Kindle ebook covers, which is also a skill that you can sell if you want to sell it. So this is to you for the paperbacks. And you can search for formatting. I believe you also find a service for that. There's a huge market for formatting as well. So if I were just to look for formatting, Now, I don't know why people think this is difficult. It's not. I'm going to show you how to do that. This guy right here is charging $5. That's not a lot of money, but he's making some money, right? At least. I mean, according to the reviews here, he's got 363 reviews. I would assume he at least made about $3,000 to $4,000 formatting books for a living. And you're going to learn how to do that as well. Now, without further ado, without all this talk, this is a practical course. What I require from you is to be patient until you finish the course and to practice as you go along. And also, I would like that by the end of the course, that you'd have a book that you publish. And please, this really will make me feel good, is if you share with me your results. If you tell me, hey, I published a book, here's the link, and it's doing well or not. But just if you show me your work, I would know that I'm delivering anything of value. So I would really like that. I mean, it's a competitive world, right? I mean, basically, I'm going to be showing you how to create an ebook. So you're going to be competing with me. I want to sell ebooks, but I don't believe that's where the world ends, right? Competition is really great. And you should never run away from competition. You should never think that competition is something bad, as opposed to you should think about it as something that gets the best out of you, because that's exactly what competition does. Competition gets the best out of you. Right? It makes you perform to the best of your ability, and you should really be appreciative of it. Now, of course, this is the end of this lecture. I'll see you in the next lecture where I'm going to be telling you a story about the difference between freelance and entrepreneurship. And I'm going to give you an example of one of my inspirations. He's not a friend of mine, but he's in my network of the people that I appreciate, and they're also online entrepreneurs. And I've heard this story from him personally in a podcast, and I just want to share that with you just to give you some inspiration before we move on to working on the book. Stay tuned. See you in the next lecture.